Alright guys, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright episode 25 for the, hopefully, conclusion of the trial of Miles Edgeworth. We are going to get Manfred von Karma. It's happening. And we just got him declared not guilty on this one. Time for the next one.
Objection!
Come on, Edgeworth. Was it von Karma? But that means it was Edgeworth. Edgeworth, Your Honor, I object to your judgment. You can't! What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But, revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad! What do I do? The judgment's already been passed. I object to Edgeworth outburst. Something like this happened yesterday too? It did. I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. Yep. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Yeah, I knew that was coming. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know, it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me! Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations was out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for this crime of 15 years ago. Damn. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. Alright, Edge. Sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's truth. I deserve to be punished. That's what Manfred von Karma's done to him over the years. Murder's murder, no matter what the consequences. This is crazy. Just crazy! Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I'm just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? I gotta defend Edgeworth over there. I'm gonna prove Miles Edgeworth was innocent. Alright, good work, Nick. Phoenix. What are you talking about, pal? You just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Well, what? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. But right. Put your faith in me. Believe in me. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was gonna happen from the beginning, didn't you? We called it. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Alright, Edge. It's on you. It's on me, baby. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please! I know! The DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi, the gun falling off his feet, huh? My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out. I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. This is it? Let's save. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. Oh, yes, you do! That was when Edward pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Smooth transition, game. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. That's what I'm curious about. What was it? Oops. A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from its holster. It's possible, almost. And you picked it up. What happened next? Picked it up, Mr. Yogi, and wanted him to stop fighting. Threw it. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, a single gunshot and a scream. The gun fired once? Yes, I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot, that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt it will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. I don't know how that. If he threw. That's not gonna work. Ugh! That's it. The murder weapon was fired twice. Oh, how could I forget that was, well, because of the gap in time between when I played. Because that was a thing. Just like the other case, this one was fired twice. Thank gosh. Finally. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. It was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Oh, I like this. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this as evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. So stupid. What page contradicts Mr. Miles' Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice! Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. True, it might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? See, you do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant by that time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with this case? Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence that you've stolen! Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Thank God. Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us the ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor. You ever see it? Try to get Mr. Wright. Oh, that's not it. That the second firing of pistol is related to this incident? Whoops, that was a mistake. I meant to check it. Oh no! I ruined my chances there. I was just trying to check the file. Well, I know it's not in the file now. Sheesh. Yeah, that's it. Because he shot in the heart and shot there. Man, I just wanted to check the file. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim is lying there as Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Nice. So let me get this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Come on! Christ! Show the judge the contradiction of the photo. There and there. Give me a break. That should be obvious. That's a little dig at the judge. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from that pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Sorry if I'm yelling too loud. Excited. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that person be? Yanni Yogi. Murder, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look what's more the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try case summary page. Case summary page, that's on 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Yeah, the one that you stole, the second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. That's impossible. Whole truth. It was undoubtedly someone else that made that bullet hole in the door. Shit. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, also, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. All we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in the matter. Get out of here! Grr! How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. It does exist. He just has it. Have I been wrong about the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said to get Edward declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick, don't give up. Edgeworth, come on! No! Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. We have our decisive evidence to use. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no, he's accepted the guilt. Very well. Statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day at court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. I don't blame you. Objection! Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof, big. I don't know. This case is perfect. I don't know. Urgh! The second bullet. What? What did you just say? That the second bullet must exist? Where? Someone took it. Did you see the answer, Mr. Wright? Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It existed! What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. We just heard Mr. Von Karma say it didn't. I realize that, Your Honor. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? How would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? Haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. Murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think the bullet had to be taken. Why the bullet? Yes, Your Honor. Why the bullet had to be taken. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance, maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? Hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. Wow, that's pretty smart. That's actually brilliant. Kid throws the pistol at Yogi. It might have hit him, and he might have thought that the other guy did it, and that's why he shot him. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Yeah! Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, that's how it would work. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. Jerk. What do you say? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He took that long vacation, though! He took that long vacation! That's why he took that long vacation. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? He took a long vacation. For trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for the first several months after that. An unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years prosecuting. Yep. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock? Because he was injured. Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer of the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. Then why did he come back and say Yanni Yogi? It was Von Karma! Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, they have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it? Fuck it. Your Honor, there is one suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this certainly is interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Come on! Von Karma! Von Karma! You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet your pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took my vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated me. Have him testify. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave any clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. That means the bullet's still in there. Now why is that perfect? Von Karma pulled the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. It means you might still have it. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. I should have one more chance here. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... that. Maybe it's this, finally. What exactly is that? Sorry. Right, penalty. Oh, come on. I should have one more chance. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I really ain't. Well, looks like we're probably gonna see the game over screen for the first time. Even though I should have one more chance. Urgh. You're kidding. You're joking. The game had you keep this metal detector? Is this it? Yes! Yes! He wouldn't research me, leaving an evidence trial. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely Von Karma preferred searching on himself. You don't mean... I do! And the responsibility of the bullet's still inside Von Karma! Unreal! Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Oh, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you, see what we find. Jerkshire. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I refuse! No, you don't. Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet's still inside you. Sweating now, mother cucker. Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we will be allowed to use the metal detector. Objection. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Objection. Statute of limitations run on this case today. It was you who said we had a right to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? It means we got him. That's what it means. It means we got him. Yes! Reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Oh gosh. Mr. Von Karma. It was you! I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Now we can finally use this thing. Finally use this piece of evidence that has screwed us over and over again, because the ballistic markings will match that bullet and the bullet found in Gregory's heart. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright here must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Yes, I can. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. Cause you stole it, huh? Huh? You stole it? That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. Not this time. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you had to push it. You had to get Edgeworth. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I think I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Thank God. Dude, we were so out. We were out. I thought we were done. I'm glad that... oh, man. This is the trauma, the tension. I'm actually kind of glad, though. This is great to record this. But take this. Take that. That's proof. A bullet? Where? How? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. Tried to use it for all the other evidence. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. Weren't those your exact words, Mr. Karma? We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the one in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet, and we'll find you guilty and solve the case once and for all. Well, Karma! We'll die right here. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know! Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. Oh, I'll stop breathing my air. Get away. Through it. Get away from my father. Yeah, got him. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma. Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. Yeah! You and your father are my curse. Yeah, you're going to jail, motherfucker. Your father shaved me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. Jesus. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Mr. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. 5, suddenly I found myself in darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out to the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. It was in pain, horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. And there was Greg, huh? I saw the 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled! It was a perfect crime! Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it! Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. No kidding. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Now that's damn good work from Phoenix Wright. 2-time found not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38, District Court. Good job. We did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He was pretending to be all cool, but inside, you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. Heh. It was pretty close. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. It's okay. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's kind of there. Woo! Amazing, pal! You pulled it off just like I thought you would. I don't know, it was just like you thought he would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Oh, Lotta, you stopped by. What's up, liar? Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thanks. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. You should be looking like you tried to literally get me completely declared guilty because you wanted to be famous. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's let bygones be bygones. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick, because that takes integrity. Really? That's too bad. Actually, it's great. Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from the park? Larry! It's over, Nick. My life is over. What, Keontae? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's gonna live in Paris, Nick. Paris. She'd leave me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts. You came along tonight too. My treat, pal. What a guy. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, it's not police talk or prison food, right? Right? Little twitch. I think you'll be fine. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Are you literally sitting here telling me if it smells, it's usually the butts? Huh, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. It's lunch money. 38. Was that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edwards' school? $38! You mother... What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent the day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. This guy. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like you did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Yeah, I remember. Not really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edward? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. You are just trouble. You build statues that are clocks that kill people, including Phoenix's boss, and you just trouble. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Damn, the death sentence for both of you. If only I'd known, I would have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, wanna switch right? Hey, y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. After that, dinner on me. What a guy. Good guy. It's gonna be a great photo. Detective Gumshoe took us all to town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Co. law offices. 5 in the morning? Criminy. I don't like this picture. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. No, you didn't tell her that the bullet she had was the key? Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Maya, don't go. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Hey! Maya! Don't run away. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good. Or be good at it. Okay. Hold it! Hold it! There you go. Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but he left the one key ingredient. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. And the trial would have been over day 1 if you hadn't stepped in. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm gonna complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Yeah, on better terms. Thanks, Nick. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous world. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah! Hey pal, Mr. Edwards came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? See? Kumiko Sukane. Good work on those graphics. But... Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I'm working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, which is exactly what you call a cheap date, of course. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Why do you keep getting these women, man? Why, Larry? Why, Larry? Why, Larry? Why you gotta suffer? Tatsuro Imo. Mr. Payne! Objection! Who, Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Is this Lotta Hart who's going around now? Main programming, Noriyuki Otani. Good job. Oh, the bell. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel. Hey, I'm not surprised. Should you be in the area, please stop by. This guy was ambitious. Very ambitious. Masakatsu Endo. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, he is on the study, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, right? You see, yeah. Crivety. Music, Masakazu Sugimori. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. That's Tsushimori. Will Powers! Pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show's over. Wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Hiroshi Nakaya and Ayumi Tarara. Tarara. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her something. It was just trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Yumiko Uchida. Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog! It was kinda shocked from a boy my tender age. Yeah, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Real wrestling. Me? I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. I bet there is. For real. Now that's talent. I'm a little bit famous. Shinji Mikami. This is a good way to do the credits because it kept me engaged. Yeah! Via the Edgeworth, Phoenix, Larry. The detective throwing the confetti. Is he the one always throwing it? Produced by Capcom. Distributed by hold it! Turnabout goodbyes. Okay, Rise from the Ashes. Yes, we'll save it. So, my friend told me that he's already played Phoenix Wright, good buddy, and he mentioned that this version of the game has an extra episode. That would be episode 5. That's why the credits roll, because in the normal version of the game, that's it. That's the end for the Ace Attorney portion. But we've got all 3 games here, so we will close out our final case of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney next time. And this is really awesome. I mean, for that being the pretty much main game, this was a treat. It was fun. At the end, you saw I was at the last thing. I was I was emotional. I was ready. Man, that was exciting. And it's great to play a game like that. It's great to play these kind of games. They're really engaging for your brain, and they pull you into them. Just having Maya there's the right balance of humor and seriousness, and you really feel emotion. Like, I'm gonna get that Von Karma. I'm gonna get him. Or even the first case. So really, really well done. I'll give my final thoughts on this game in the trilogy of games that we have. I'll give that on the last thing. But for this Turnabout situation, all the Turnabout cases, really special, really good. I can see why so many people like this game now, and I'm glad I played it. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed that, and we will see you next time. See ya, fellas.